In 2020, the Ad Hoc Committee on Artificial Intelligence of Council of Europe, CAHAI, conducted a feasibility study. It carefully examined the reasons why it is necessary today to have an adequate legal framework to protect human rights, democracy and the rule of law in light of the new challenges posed by artificial intelligence. Indeed, AI systems are being increasingly used in our daily lives, and therefore CAHAI is launching a multi-stakeholder consultation to gather the views of representative institutional actors on some key issues of the feasibility study and possible legal framework for AI. The aim of the consultation is to have the CAHAI Legal Framework Group, which is in charge of preparing the main elements of this future legal framework, with feedback that will be collected during the consultation. In fact, the elements will cover key issues such as the values and principles of design and development of AI systems, the areas where more safeguards are needed, and the kind of policies that need to be adopted for AI systems to be respectful of the Council of Europe values. Пожалуйста, присоединяйтесь к нашим консультациям.
On these and other issues, it is important that the debate is open, that allows for the collection of points of view from very different actors: government representatives, public administrations, international organizations, companies, civil society, academia, and of course the technical community. These actors are already represented on the CAHAI, but we aim to go further. This is why the consultation is open to any institutional actor who will like to contribute to this process, expressing their points of view about how the future regulation should look like. The responses received during this consultation will be analyzed by the Consultation and Outreach Group, which will prepare a report to be submitted to the CAHAI. The report will then be addressed to the CAHAI Legal Framework Group as a non-binding support tool to be used in the work of preparing the elements of the legal framework. Participa, es muy importante, súmate a la consulta.
As the work of the CAHAI now enters the stakeholder consultation phase, the quality and success of this path-breaking effort will now depend on the wisdom and insights of as wide and inclusive a group of participants as possible. Recognizing the historic and indeed global importance of this work, the Alan Turing Institute, working with the Council of Europe, has produced a primer to introduce the CAHAI's feasibility study to a general non-technical audience. In keeping with the Council of Europe's commitment to broad multi-stakeholder consultations, outreach, and engagement, this primer has been designed to help facilitate the meaningful and informed participation of an inclusive group of stakeholders as the CAHAI seeks feedback and guidance regarding the essential issues raised by the feasibility study. We hope that taken together, this material can function as a kind of launching pad for meaningful reflection on the prospects for a principles-based legal framework for governing AI research and innovation in accordance with the Council of Europe's stewardship of fundamental rights and freedoms, justice, and democratic values. Setting these transformative and increasingly powerful technologies on the right path for both citizens and wider society will demand well-informed, visionary policymaking and diligent reflection. The feasibility study and this supporting primer offer first steps in this direction. Please help us in this crucial effort and join the consultation.
A questionnaire including some 40 questions has been specifically designed for the consultation. You can answer in English or in French. It should not take you more than 75 minutes for completion. The questionnaire includes open questions, closed questions, and questions with a different scale of answer. There are no obvious yes or no answers, as we wish to get respondents' feedback on sometimes thought-provoking questions related to AI regulation from the perspective of human rights, rule of law, and democracy. This will provide useful input to the work of the CAHAI Legal Frameworks Group. And as regards open questions, they have been well framed with a limited number of words for reply. Questa consultazione è importante. Partecipate alla consultazione multipartita.
Transparency will be an essential principle of the consultation. The various responses received during the consultation will be included in a compilation document and will serve as a basis for the development of a proper specific report. which will first be discussed in the CAHAI Consultations and Outreach Group and then in the CAHAI itself. Both documents will be published on CAHAI's website. The report will then be addressed to the CAHAI Legal Frameworks Group as a non-binding support tool to be used in its work of preparation of the elements of possible legal framework. If you have any other questions, please have a look at the CAHAI website, where you can find useful resources such as the CAHAI Terms of Reference, the Terms of Reference of the Legal Frameworks Group, the Terms of Reference of the Consultations and Outreach Group, the CAHAI Feasibility Study, and an AI glossary, and finally, a document on artificial intelligence, human rights, democracy and the rule of law. It's a primer that has been made by the Alan Turing Institute, and it is fortunately only available in English. Cette consultation est très importante. Nous vous invitons à y participer.